Welcome to English Listening Practice Daily. I am Julia, and today we are talking about something that is impossible to avoid in modern life. Technology. Not the complicated technical stuff. Not coding or engineering. I mean the technology that sits in your pocket, on your desk, in your kitchen, and increasingly in your ears and on your wrist. The technology that shapes how you communicate, how you work, how you shop, how you relax, and how you move through the world every single day. This is one of the most important topics in modern English conversation because it comes up everywhere. At work, with friends, with family, in the news. And the vocabulary around technology changes faster than almost any other area of the language. So today we are going to build your technology vocabulary from the ground up, using real everyday language that actual people use in actual conversations. Let us start with the basics and move outward from there. The most central piece of technology in most people's lives today is the smartphone. A smartphone is a mobile phone with advanced capabilities, essentially a small computer that also makes calls. Most people use their smartphones for far more than calling. They use them to message friends, check social media, take photos, navigate, shop, bank, read the news, stream music and video, and much more. Here are some very natural phrases around smartphones. My phone is almost dead. I need to charge it. Dead in this context means the battery is empty. To charge a phone means to connect it to power to refill the battery. I left my phone at home and I felt completely lost without it. This phrase reveals how dependent many people have become on their smartphones. My phone keeps freezing. To freeze means to stop responding, usually because the device is overloaded or has a software problem. I need to update my phone. An update is new software that improves the device or fixes problems. I dropped my phone and cracked the screen. A cracked screen is one of the most common modern disasters. I ran out of storage. Storage refers to the space on a device for saving photos, apps, and files. Running out of storage means you have used all the available space. Now let us talk about the internet because almost all modern technology depends on it. The internet is a global network connecting billions of computers and devices. When you browse the internet, you are accessing and reading content on it. To surf the web is an older phrase with the same meaning. Wi-Fi is wireless internet connectivity. You connect to Wi-Fi at home, in cafes, in offices, and in many public spaces. If you do not have Wi-Fi, you use mobile data, which is internet access provided through your phone network. My Wi-Fi is really slow today. Everything is loading so slowly. To load means to retrieve and display content from the internet. The connection keeps dropping. Dropping means the internet connection is intermittently disconnecting. I am on a limited data plan, so I try not to use too much mobile data when I am out. Now let us look at some of the technology tools and platforms people use every day at work and at home. Email remains one of the most widely used communication tools in professional settings. Here are some very natural email phrases. I will drop you an email. To drop someone an email means to send them a short, informal email. I will follow that up by email. To follow up means to send additional communication after an initial contact. I have been swamped with emails today. Swamped means overwhelmed with a large amount of something. Can you copy me in on that? To copy someone in, or CC them, means to include them as an additional recipient of an email so they can see the communication. Video calling has become a huge part of both professional and personal life. Platforms like Zoom, Teams and Google Meet are used for meetings, classes, family catch-ups, and much more. We have a Zoom call at 3. Can you jump on? Jump on is very casual and natural. It means join the call. Sorry, I was on mute. I did not realize. Being on mute means your microphone is turned off and other people cannot hear you. You are breaking up a bit. Can you hear me? Breaking up means the audio or video connection is unstable and the sound or image is cutting in and out. Can everyone see my screen? A phrase used when sharing your screen during a video call. Now let us talk about apps, because apps are the building blocks of smartphone life. An app is short for application, a software program designed to perform a specific function on a device. There are apps for almost everything: navigation, banking, fitness, language learning, food delivery, weather, dating, music, meditation, and thousands more. Some useful phrases around apps. I downloaded a new app for tracking my sleep. To download means to transfer an application or file from the internet to your device. I deleted that app. It was taking up too much space, and I never used it anyway. That app is really intuitive. Intuitive means easy to use and understand without needing instructions. An intuitive interface feels natural. I use that app all the time. It has made my life so much easier. The app crashed. To crash means to suddenly stop working completely. Now here is some vocabulary that comes up constantly in technology conversations. Algorithm. An algorithm is a set of rules or instructions that a computer follows to perform a task or make a decision. Social media platforms use algorithms to decide what content to show you. Streaming services use algorithms to recommend things you might like. You hear a lot of complaints about algorithms in everyday conversation. The algorithm keeps showing me things I am not interested in. I feel like the algorithm is deciding what I think. Data. Data refers to information, especially in digital form. Your personal data includes your name, location, browsing history, and everything else that devices and platforms collect about you. Privacy. Privacy in the digital context refers to your right to control your personal data and who has access to it. Digital privacy is a growing concern for many people. I am worried about my privacy online. I do not like the idea of companies knowing everything about me. I always read the privacy settings when I download a new app. Cybersecurity. The practice of protecting devices, networks, and data from digital attacks or unauthorized access. Strong passwords and two-factor authentication are basic cybersecurity measures. My account got hacked. Hacked means someone gained unauthorized access to your account. This is a very common and very stressful experience. I always use two-factor authentication now. It is an extra layer of security. Artificial intelligence, often shortened to AI, is increasingly present in everyday technology. AI powers voice assistants, recommendation engines, translation tools, and much more. I use AI tools at work to help draft emails and summarize documents. AI-generated images are everywhere now. It is hard to know what is real. I asked an AI assistant to help me plan my week. These phrases are becoming very standard in everyday conversation. Let us also talk about the language of online shopping, because this is something most people do regularly. I ordered it online. Standard phrase for purchasing something through a website or app. It should arrive in 2 to 3 working days. Working days means business days, excluding weekends and public holidays. I need to return this. It does not fit. To return something means to send it back to the seller for a refund or exchange. I tracked my order and it is out for delivery. To track an order means to monitor its progress and location. Out for delivery means it is on its way to you. The reviews were really good, so I went ahead and bought it. To go ahead and do something means to proceed with doing it. Now let us talk about how people feel about technology, because conversations about technology are not always enthusiastic. Many people have complicated feelings about it. On the positive side, technology has made my life so much more convenient. Convenient means easy and saving time or effort. I love that I can work from anywhere now. Remote working from a location outside a traditional office, has become much more common. I use technology to stay connected with people I care about who live far away. Technology has given me access to information and opportunities one would never have had otherwise. On the more negative or cautious side, I feel like I spend too much time on my phone. I am trying to cut back. It is hard to switch off. To switch off means to stop engaging with technology and give your mind a rest. I have a love-hate relationship with technology. I cannot live without it, but it also stresses me out sometimes. I am concerned about how much screen time children are getting. Screen time refers to the amount of time spent looking at screens, whether phones, tablets, computers, or televisions. I try to have a digital detox every now and then. A digital detox is a period of time when you deliberately avoid using technology, especially smartphones and social media. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb mode in the evenings. Do Not Disturb mode silences notifications so you are not interrupted. These phrases reflect the nuanced and sometimes contradictory relationship many people have with technology. The ability to express both enthusiasm and concern about technology is an important part of modern English conversation. Let us close with a short reflection on where technology sits in our lives. Technology is a tool. Like any tool, its value depends entirely on how we use it. A hammer can build a house or break a window. The internet can connect you to the sum of human knowledge or send you down a 3-hour rabbit hole of videos you did not plan to watch. A rabbit hole, by the way, is a wonderful phrase for this experience. It comes from Alice in Wonderland. When you go down a rabbit hole, you follow one link or video or article and end up somewhere completely unexpected, having spent far more time than you intended. The most thoughtful technology users are the ones who use it with intention, who decide when to pick up their phone rather than reaching for it automatically, who choose which apps genuinely add value to their lives and delete the ones that do not, and who, at least sometimes, put all of it down and look up. That is the conversation about technology in English. Thank you for listening. I am Julia, and I will see you in the next episode. Now I want to go a little deeper into some specific areas of technology that come up regularly in conversation, because the vocabulary in each area is slightly different, and it is useful to know the distinctions. Let us talk about cloud storage. The cloud is not a physical cloud in the sky. It refers to servers, which are powerful computers located in data centers around the world that store and process data remotely. When you save something to the cloud, you are saving it on one of these remote servers rather than on your own device. I back everything up to the cloud. To back up means to create a copy of your data so that if something happens to your device, your information is not lost. My photos are automatically synced to the cloud. Synced means automatically updated and matched across devices. If you take a photo on your phone and it is synced to the cloud, you can see that photo on your laptop as well. I can access my files from any device because everything is in the cloud. This flexibility is one of the main benefits of cloud storage. Now let us talk about streaming, because this has completely transformed how people consume music, films, and television. Streaming means receiving and watching or listening to content in real time over the internet without downloading it to your device first. Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, and similar platforms all use streaming. I am binge watching a series at the moment. To binge watch means to watch multiple episodes of a television series in rapid succession, often in one sitting. What are you watching at the moment? Do you have any recommendations? This is an incredibly common conversation opener in modern English. I have been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. I find it a great way to learn while commuting. That film is not available to stream in my country. Some content is restricted to certain regions. I canceled my subscription. It was getting too expensive and I was not using it enough. A subscription is a regular payment, usually monthly or annually, for access to a service. Now let us look at the language of content creation, because more and more people are not just consuming digital content, but creating it as well. A content creator is someone who produces material for digital platforms. This could be videos, photos, blog posts, podcasts, or any other form of digital media. Influencer is a term for someone who has built a significant following on social media and uses that influence to promote products or ideas. I started a YouTube channel last year. I am still building my audience. An audience is the group of people who follow and engage with your content. I post regularly to keep my followers engaged. Followers are people who subscribe to or follow your account. To be engaged means to actively interact with content by liking, commenting, or sharing. Going viral means a piece of content spreads extremely rapidly across the internet, being shared by large numbers of people in a short period. It came from the idea of a virus spreading quickly. That video went completely viral. It had 10 million views in 2 days. Now let us talk about some important technology-related problems and how to describe them in English. Spam. Spam refers to unwanted or irrelevant messages, typically sent in bulk to many people. Email spam is the most familiar form. My inbox is full of spam. Phishing. Phishing is a type of online scam where someone pretends to be a legitimate organization to trick you into revealing personal information like passwords or bank details. I got a phishing email pretending to be from my bank. A virus or malware. Malicious software designed to damage devices or steal information. My computer got a virus, and I lost a lot of files. A data breach. When a company's security is compromised and private information is exposed or stolen. There was a major data breach and millions of accounts were affected. Identity theft. When someone steals your personal information and uses it to commit fraud. Identity theft is an increasingly common crime in the digital age. These are important vocabulary items because they represent real risks that people discuss regularly, and understanding them helps you participate in those conversations confidently. Let me leave you with a few phrases that sum up how people commonly talk about their overall relationship with technology. I honestly cannot imagine life without my phone now. It has just become part of everything. I try to be more intentional about my technology use. Intentional means making deliberate, conscious choices rather than acting automatically. I worry that we are all becoming too dependent on technology. Dependent means relying on something to the point where you cannot function without it. I think technology is mostly positive, but we need to be thoughtful about how we use it. My children have grown up with technology in a way that is completely different from my own childhood. It is a different world. I am still learning how to use some of this new technology. It moves so fast. That last phrase is one many people relate to regardless of age. Technology moves so fast is a very common observation. The pace of technological change is genuinely remarkable, and navigating it is something that connects people across generations. Thank you for being here. I am Julia, and this is English Listening Practice Daily. Keep practicing, keep listening, and I will see you in the next episode.